Peter Paul, primary school teacher, to handle webinar on creative e-content. Sir,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
நீங்க கேரி பண்ணுங்க.
Good afternoon, all. I hope so. This is the 8th day. I hope everyone joined this online workshop. If yes, if everyone is joined, just ping me a message so that we can start our session. If you send a message, then we can start a session. Before that, I will log in myself to H5P. As usual, the procedure. I'm clicking on. I click on this login. That's great. Thank you. I'm logging using my Gmail account. Yes, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Whether my screen is visible now? Okay. Now I have logged in. I think I have shared. Maybe the streaming process will be a little bit slower. I think so. I have logged in. I logged on. Okay. Thank you. Okay, as usual, today we are going to learn how to create a drag and drop tool. Before that, let me show some example of drag and drop. Meanwhile, let me turn off my camera. Okay. Let me show some drag table. The H5P server will be a little bit slow because nearly we are giving training for 4,000 people at a time. Okay. So because of that, all the participants are using the same content H5P. So it may this leads this website to become match the fruits. Okay. So this is one example for no. There is a difference between drag the words and drag and drop. So this one is drag and drop. Here if I click this orange and I can drag and drop here, and then I can drag and drop, and I can drag and drop, and then I can check. So we are going to create content like this. Okay, are you ready now? Okay, as usual, to create a content, we have to go to my account. I click on the my account tab. And then the next step is click on try out H5P. Here on the search for content type, I'm typing drag. While typing drag, there are two different items here. Drag and drop is different and drag the words is different. Please ensure that you are clicking the drag and drop. I'm clicking this drag and drop. After that, I'm going to give a title. Here it is title is given here. I am giving the title, find the scientist. Okay, this is my question. Sorry, this is my title. For my reference, I am giving drag and drop. So that's what I am telling everyone to add this tool name along with the title for our reference. So right now we had some confusion between the drag and drop and drag the words. So drag and drop is entirely different from drag the words. Here, as usual, we filled the title, but here we could see two tabs here. Here they had given step 1. It seems to be a little bit small. Okay, let me zoom. See here, the step 1 is given here, and then next to it, step 2. The step 1 is nothing but the setting, that is the background of the drag and drop, and the next one is step 2, that is the task which we are going to give. Okay, let me reduce the zoom to back to normal. Okay, this is the normal size. Okay. Here I have given the title, and then here there are two tabs. Here I have clicked the step 1. Here there is another tab that is called task. In the task you will be having this background, and you will be having 3 buttons here. First, I am clicking on this settings. By default, it will be in the setting mode. Here in the setting mode, you no need to change anything here. This you will learn after completing the round 1 here. The step 1 you no need to change. Leave it as it is and move on to step 2. Click this step 2. You will be getting this task page. In this task, you will be having 3 buttons here, and this is the first one, that is the drop zone, and this one is the text, and this one is the image. Here what I am going to plan is, I am going to keep one image here and one more image here. Okay, let me repeat again. I am going to keep one image, and then here the drop zone, and here the text. Already I have shown you one clipping like that we are going to do. Okay, here this one is drop zone, and the second one is text, and then the third one is image. In this one is paste. You leave this one. Right now we are going to see these 3 buttons. Here we have to go in the reverse order while we are doing, because that will be easy for us to create. So that's why I'm going for the image. I'm clicking the image. I have to add one image here. So I'm going here and I'm typing Albert Einstein. Here I'm having his image. I'm opening this one. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. I'm right clicking and I save it in the desktop. Okay, here I'm going to add the image. The same procedure, click on the add button. Then I'm clicking on the desktop tab. Where, okay, here it is. I'm clicking the open button. Meanwhile, I'm giving Albert. It uploaded, the image got uploaded, and I'm giving his name. Alternative text is Einstein. I have given Albert Einstein, and after that, I'm clicking the done here. This step 2 task I'm working here. I got the Albert Einstein image. I can click here and I can move anywhere here. And this one I can maximize or minimize the size of the, increase or reduce the size of the image. Okay, I think this size will be okay. I am moving here and I am keeping. Again, I want to add one more image here. So I am clicking on this image again. I don't have any image in my system. Again, I am going here and I am going to type for Thomas Edison. I am copy saving this image. Again, I am going to the H5P and click on this add button. Here, okay, here I could see him. And I upload this. I'm typing just Thomas Edison. I'm waiting till the picture gets uploaded. Right? Okay. Suppose if you are uploaded the image wrongly, I already told you that we can click this this into symbol to remove the file. Now I'm clicking the done again and I got the another image. And then I got Edison's image. And then again, I'm planning to add one more image. As usual, I click this image button and then Stephen Hawking. I'm again adding this one. I'm uploading Stephen Hawking. Okay. And then again, I'm clicking this done. Okay, let me move him also. Okay, I have inserted 3 images here, and then you can add as much as you can. Here for example, I am giving 1 or 2 images. It's up to you to decide how much images you could add. You can add. You can decide on your own. It's better to go not more than 5. Okay, I have added 3 images. Then already I told you that we are going to do in the reverse order, not from this order. First, I added the 3 images. Then I am clicking on the text button and I am clicking this one. Okay, let it get loaded. Okay, here I'm going to give Thomas Edison. Then I'm making this one enabling bold, and then I'm clicking done. Let me edit. Here I'm changing the opacity to 0. I move the text here, and then again I'm adding the text again. I'm adding Stephen Hawking. Again I'm clicking done. Again I'm going there and I'm adding Edison Albert Einstein. Now I have added 3 buttons which will be enveloped in. Okay, already I have typed names for my reference for the images. Now I am typing, adding the text. Then I am moving on to the third one to click drop zone. Here I am going to click, his name is Einstein. So I am clicking this drop zone and I am typing Albert and I have typed here. This drop zone can contain only one element. You enable this one and click done. So I'm keeping this drop box here for Einstein, and then again I'm clicking another drop zone for Edison. Here I have shuffled and kept here. I'm adding Thomas Edison. Again I'm moving down. Click this drop zone can contain only one element. Enable this one. Then click on the done. Again I'm moving here for adjusting the size. I kept here, and then Stephen Hawking. Again I click the add drop zone. I type Stephen Hawking. Again here I click, I enable this drop zone can contain one element. Later on I will explain what does it mean. I click this one, then I resize it. Okay. Till now, I have finished. Now I am clicking this Thomas Edison button, double clicking this. Here what I am going to give is this button can get fixed on any drop zone, because when students are moving this one, it should fix in all the three zones. So I'm double clicking this, and then I'm selecting all drop zones for the text. Again, I'm clicking this one, double clicking this, and clicking select all, and I'm clicking done. What I mean here, this text can get fixed in any three drop zone. So I'm double clicking it, and I'm selecting all, and then I'm clicking done. Now it has changed into button. These three buttons can fix in any drop zone. But now I'm going to give that in this drop zone, which is the correct answer for this drop zone, Albert Einstein. So this button has to come and fix here only. So I'm clicking this drop zone. I'm selecting the right answer here, that Albert Einstein should get fixed there. And I'm clicking done. I will repeat it again. Don't need to worry. Now again I'm clicking the center one. In this one is Edison. So this button has to come here. I'm double clicking it. I'm selecting. See here, it is already mentioned here. Select correct elements. So for that drop box, which one has to come? Thomas Edison. I'm enabling this one. I'm moving down and I'm clicking done. And afterwards, this one here in this drop zone, this Stephen Hawking text has to come here. So I'm clicking, double clicking it. I'm selecting, enabling, selecting this Albert Einstein and moving down. Again, I'm clicking this done. Now, the drag and drop process is over. I'm moving down, and I'm clicking save. I will repeat it again, don't worry. I'm clicking save. Let it get loaded. Meanwhile, today I will introduce you one more interesting thing. Before that, how many of you visited Paris? If yes means put yes. If not, put N. Okay. Here, see here. I have got the answer. Sorry, the tabs. I can Stephen Hawking and then Einstein. I can drop here and then I can check. Here I had made some mistake, because why it is not getting fixed. I made some, yes, thank you for informing me. Here I made one mistake, so let me go to edit. No, you haven't visited Paris. Okay, and I'm clicking this edit. Okay, today let's go to Paris. And then how many of you visited Taj Mahal? Those who are not visited Taj Mahal, you can also tell me. Okay, here I made one mistake. I'm clicking this task icon here. Okay, here in that I'm double clicking it. See here I have selected Albert Einstein. So I'm changing this one and I'm unchecking this one, Stephen Hawking. Then I'm clicking done. As usual, we are going down and I'm clicking save. Okay, let it get loaded. Okay, see here. Now I'm doing the same thing. I'm moving this Edison here, Hawking, Einstein. I'm checking. Now everything is fine. If I want to retry, I can do it again by reloading. Now I'm going to repeat the steps again. So as usual, I'm going to my account. I'm going to do it again because I have been a little bit faster. Something had happened again, some issues. Okay. Now I will repeat the procedure. Please follow with me. I will say from first. First, I am clicking this tryout H5P. It's getting loaded. Yesterday we have around 53 to 53 content you have mentioned, I think so. But unfortunately, I have deleted. If anyone is having the same content which we have prepared in group as a teamwork, we had did some work no yesterday. You please share that content in this group again so that I can save it in my Gmail account. Okay. Here I am typing drag and drop, or else I can go directly and select this drag and drop. I'm clicking this drag and drop. Here I am typing find the scientist. You. Thank you. Thank you. Now I have given the title. I think till now you are clear. But generally we will be having downwards all the items. But here in this drag and drop, we are having different types of templates here. One is step 1 and another one is step 2. There are two different tabs. See here, I'm clicking the two different tabs. In the first one, we are not going to change anything because I want my background to be plain. So I am not adding anything here. You can also change the task size. Now I am moving to this step 2. I'm clicking here. Here there are three tabs, three buttons. The first one is drop zone. The second one is text, and then the third one is image. Okay. What we you all know, I'm going to add three images, 1, 2, and 3. To add an image, I'm clicking this button, and I'm getting here, getting loaded. I'm waiting until it gets loaded. Okay, let it. Okay. Here the image is given. I'm going to add this Einstein. I'm adding. In between, I'm typing Albert for my reference. Einstein or Albert Einstein. Einstein, what is spelling? Okay. And then here I added the image and I have given the alternate text. Then I'm clicking this done button. I got the this image. Okay. And then I can move this one by clicking on the center. I can move. These edges help us to maximize, to increase or decrease the size. I'm moving him here. And then again, I am going to add one more image. The same procedure. I'm adding Stephen Hawking. Hawking. Let it get loaded. Okay, and then I'm clicking the done. Again, just I'm increasing the image size. Again, I'm the same procedure, adding the image. What's this? Okay, Alva Edison, Thomas Alva Edison. I'm adding. Just I'm giving Thomas Edison. Okay, it got loaded. Again, I'm clicking this done. I'm moving. Okay, till now, are you clear? If you're clear, ping me a message. Yes, fast, as fast as you could. Sorry. Just ping me a message as fast as you could. Are you clear with this until this step? Till adding the image, are you clear? If anyone is having doubt till now, okay, I think you are all clear. Okay, thank you. Okay, now I'm moving to the next step. Already I told you earlier that we can add the image. Sorry, we are going to do the process in the descending order, in the reverse manner. First, I added the 3 images. Now I'm going to add the text. Okay, first I'm going to click this text button. I'm waiting for this. Okay, it's getting loaded. Here in the text, I'm typing Thomas Edison. And then I'm clicking done. Okay, I got this one. I'm planning to keep this one here. Double click this one. Here I'm enabling this center. Okay. Okay, I'm keeping here. To add again the text, I click this button. I'm typing, I'm aligning center. Stephen Hawking. and then I'm clicking done. Here I don't want to keep the answer in straight, so I'm moving this Stephen Hawking name here. Again, to add the text, so Thomas Edison, Stephen Hawking, Einstein. Now I have added 3 text. Next process, I am adding the drop zone, 3 drop zone. First drop zone here to this scientist Einstein. I'm labeling as Einstein, Albert Einstein. I'm moving down. Here the one thing what we should remember is click this drop zone contain one element. Moving here and I'm placing. Again, to add one more drop zone, I'm adding this Stephen Hawking. It is not required to give the same word. For my reference, I'm giving the name so that it will be easy for me. And I'm enabling this drop zone contain one element. Again, I'm moving here. Okay. And then I'm adding one more drop zone. Edison. Okay. Till now, are you clear? Because the next step is very important. I think till now you are clear. Clear? Just do yes now. Because the next step, then only I can go on to the next step. I think till now you are clear now. Just post a message yes, then I can proceed. Okay. Okay. Now, the next step what we are doing is, thank you. The next what we are going to do is, this Thomas Edison button can get fixed on any drop zone. Because when the students are moving this Edison button, they can drop on any zone. Because if I am enabling this Thomas Edison can be fixed only on this, then the students can easily do that. So what I am doing this button can be get fixed on any drop zones. So I am double clicking this and I am selecting all, because this button this text can be dropped on any drop zones. So I am selecting everything and then I am clicking done. Same way, likely the same manner I am going to do this one. I am double clicking this one. I am selecting select all drop zones, and after that I am clicking the done. The same manner I am going to do the Stephen Hawking. I click on the Stephen Hawking twice and I am doing the select all. Till now everything is completed. Now here in this drop zone, what is the correct answer? In this drop zone, this Albert Einstein button should come, and that is the right answer. So I'm double clicking this one, and I am selecting in the drop zone which is the correct element. Here it is mentioned select correct elements. That first one is Albert Einstein. So I am enabling clicking this putting the tick mark, that is enabling this Albert Einstein. I'm moving down and then I'm clicking done. The same way, I'm going here for the Stephen Hawking. This button has to come here. I'm double clicking this Stephen Hawking and then I'm selecting this Stephen Hawking. This is the right answer there. I'm moving down and I am clicking done. The same way, oops, second, same way, the third one, what is the right answer? Edison. So I'm clicking the Edison alone and I'm moving down and I'm clicking done. Okay, now everything is ready. Okay, now I'm moving down, down, down. Here is the option save. I click on the save button. It's getting loaded. There is some issue with the server since around 3. Okay. Here I got, I'm going to drop this Edison here, Hawking here, and Albert Einstein. I'm checking everything is right. Okay, let me check again. Suppose if I'm doing it wrongly, let it get loaded. Okay, here I'm for instead of Stephen Hawking, I'm doing here, and I'm clicking here, and I'm doing here. Here I'm having one right answer. I'm checking. See here, I am getting 0 marks, but I have one right. I made only 2 mistakes, but it is showing that I am getting 0. Here there is some criteria in the mark in the grading. Here, when we are attending the wrong one, it automatically reduces -1. So that's what our mark is 0. This grading system can be changed in the behavioral settings. I'm going again. I'm going to the edit. Let it get loaded. Okay. I'm moving down in the behavioral setting. I'm clicking here. Don't fear, nothing is here. See, because all our work are in the task. See here, everything is in the task. Let it get loaded. Meanwhile, I am moving down. Here, the option behavioral setting is given. I am clicking this, opening this behavioral setting. In that, there is an option apply penalties. If I uncheck this one, there will be no penalty. Okay, I'm moving down and I'm saving. Oops. Bad gateway. Let me try again. Okay, let it get loaded. Okay. Before that, let me take you to Paris. Let's go and roam around Paris. Okay, it gets loaded. I don't know whether the changes what we made is saved or not. I'm not sure about that. Let me go here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm moving down. I'm checking. See, I'm checking this apply penalties. Moving down, and then I'm clicking this save. Let it get loaded. Meanwhile, if I go here, automatically it gets loaded. Sure, I want everyone. I want everyone to visit the Paris. Okay. Here I have changed the properties. Now I'm doing. Okay, let me. Okay. Now I'm checking. See, I'm getting one more. So if I change the penalties option, you will be getting no negative marks will be enabled. So you will be getting exactly the answers. So if you can retry also, you can change, and there are some options here. I'm going edit. Are you clear till now? Are you clear with drag and drop? If you need any queries, so that you can ask. If you have any queries, if you need any bit more explanation in any part, so that I can repeat again. Till now, are you clear? Just pick the message so that we can move on to the next one. Just fast, make it fast. I want immediate response. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I got only one message. To I hope everyone is clear about this drag and drop in the e content 2. E content 2. Yes. Everyone is clear. That's great. 2 in e content 2 also I am getting messages. Yes. Okay. Let me explain the penalty option again. Here I am in the edit mode. I am moving down. Whatever changes, uh, whatever changes you need in the content that can be done in the behavioral setting. I am clicking this behavioral setting. In that, here there is an option given here. I am maximizing it. See here, apply penalties. If you are applying penalties, if you make one wrong answer, then it reduces -1 mark. So I removed that one. If I apply this one, if there are three questions, there are three answers in that question and answer. If a student answers two wrong, then he will get 2 minus marks, and one correct answer means 1 mark. -2 plus 1 makes -1. So the answer will be, so the score will be 0. I applied these penalties. I'm moving down and I'm saving it again. Sir, we will go to Paris. Okay, sure, sir. I'm also eagerly waiting to take you all. Okay, now I'm checking. See here, I got one right answer plus one. Here the penalties have been given. So my mark is reduced here for attending this answer minus one and this one minus one. Minus one and minus one is minus two. If you are adding plus one, it is minus. So it is giving the mark as 0. Now is it clear, sir? Now how we can share? As usual, we know the procedure. I am going to my account. And then I right click this one. I copy the link address. And then I can go into my mail. Okay, I'm going into my mail. And then I'm composing. And I'm pasting here. Here the html.org, this is the node, the content, and this is the node number. I can send it to anyone. That's it. I got. If I click this one, it opens in the tab. Here I got these things. So while we are sharing, the students need not to log in. The student does not require to sign up in this H5P. Just you can send the link and the student can play the game. You can add different types of images, even the parts of a flower. You can add a flower and then you can mark and you can keep the boxes and you can create. Okay, I think I think you are all clear with the drag and drop, and you are. I hope you are all eagerly waiting to visit Paris, right? Okay, let us go to the Paris. Okay, I will close this H5P. I'm closing this. Okay, I'm going to the Google Map. Okay, let me do from first. I'm typing Google Map and I'm opening this Google Maps. And I open this Google Map. I'm typing Eiffel Tower. And I type Eiffel Tower in the Google Map. See here, there are two options here. The satellite, if I click this, I will see in satellite mode. If I click this, I will see in map mode. See, I am doing it again. If I click here, I see in satellite mode. If I click here, I see here in the map mode. Okay, usually we use Google Map when we are going to some places. But there are some features in the Google Map that we are going to see. To your right corner at the bottom, you could see a man. See, when I'm moving here, this man is ready to jump. See a man like a logo here. I'm clicking this man. I'm getting this blue color line. That means I can go in the street. And this dot is photosphere that you will learn after some time. I'm going to the street view. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. Let me zoom. Okay, I'm going to click here. See, this is the road. Okay, I can move any side. If I want to roam, I can move. I'm moving. See, there will be some. Okay, see here. If I want to see the Eiffel Tower, see, I can see. Okay, I am moving. While I'm moving, see here some arrow symbol coming near to my pointer. That means I can move. I'm moving. Wait, it gets loaded. I'm I'm moving. If I want to see here, okay. Wow, I can see the Eiffel Tower. I can move anywhere. See, I have moved. You want to go into the streets also, you can go. See here. Okay. I want to climb in this. I want to go here in the Eiffel Tower. Okay, let me go back. I'm going a little bit faster here. I think there is some issue. Wait, let it get loaded. Whether my screen is visible, just ping me a message. Whether my screen is visible, just ping me a message. It's getting loaded. Just type a message. Just type a message whether my screen is visible. Just type a message. Shall I proceed? Okay, right. See here. Now I am going on the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to stand on the first layer. I'm clicking this blue line. See here. Now, right now, I am in the Eiffel Tower. If I want to walk, I can walk. See, I am moving. If I want to go inside, I am moving here. I'm going to this corner and I can view the Paris. And again, I am moving. I'm seeing the Paris. I can look upward. Font. There is no font here. Whether my screen is visible, that I'm on the Eiffel Tower, right? Okay. Now again, I want to go in a little bit top here in this place. I'm going back. Since I'm sharing in both the thing, so it's a little bit slower. Wait, I will take you. Wait, let me load it again. Okay, let's move on to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Okay, let me go here. I think this is also the second topmost layer. I can go inside. This is not graphics. These are all the real images. Real images. You can go and you can zoom and see. Okay. I want to go some more top of the Eiffel Tower. Again, I am moving back. This is the top position. And I can go to the top. This is the top view. Wait, let it get loaded. Shall we visit Taj Mahal? And you can also roam around the Paris. Let us go to some street and visit the places. Okay, it's see, you can go walk Okay, it's getting bit late to get loaded. See, okay, and here I want to roam around the Paris street. So which place shall we go? Okay, here to this restaurant road shall we go? I'm clicking this road. We came here to some place. Okay, let it get loaded. See, you can see all the places you can walk by pressing, just clicking the arrow. But it takes some time to get loaded since I'm sharing simultaneously. I can go, if I want to go into this street, I can go. See, I'm clicking this arrow, I'm entering into this street. But you can't go inside others' home. You can visit all the places. If you want to go here, I'm going there. See, I'm entering into this street. Entering. See, I'm visiting this. I think this one is like looks like some hotel. Oh, it's a very big hotel, I think so. Not, no, maybe a complex. I can walk. Okay, now we have visited the Paris. You can visit any place even throughout the world virtually, and you can roam around the streets. Is it interesting? Whether my screen is visible? Oh, someone is sending not visible. See here. Okay, let's go near this restaurant, this hotel, some building. And you can go inside directly. Okay, let's go to Taj Mahal and make a visit. And there are lots of places here. Now let's go to Taj Mahal. I visited twice. Twice. Okay, it's temporarily closed. Taj Mahal is temporarily closed. They have informed us. But let's go inside the Taj Mahal. I don't know where is it. This one. Okay, let me go here. Click here. Okay, this is the Taj Mahal. You can go inside the Taj Mahal. I'm going. I'm walking. I'm walking. Let's walk on the Taj Mahal. Okay, I want to. Okay, let me move. Okay, let's get on to Taj Mahal. So this is the way, right? I'm getting. Now on the. Yeah. Okay, now I'm on the Taj Mahal. I can move. I'm moving to this corner, and then I'm looking upward. Again, I'm moving here. This is one building. I'm moving. So I'm moving a little bit faster since the time is 3:05. If you want to look closer, see here. This much close, I can look the Taj Mahal. Then I'm going this place, edge, and then I'm seeing. Oh, some renovation work is going. See that? See the view. Really, I moved to some other place. Okay, I'm moving back. This is the place. In the images you will see, even if you need, you can go inside. See? If you want to go to that building, that also you can do. I'm moving. I'm going to walk on the water. If you want to visit the garden, there is one garden in front of the. I can go to this garden. I'm walking here. Wait, let it get loaded. This is the lawn, and there is one pathway this side. You can walk that side. You can visit all the places by using the Google Map. Here is the option you want to see. Okay, let me go to London. Sir, is it time up?
No, you can go ahead.
Sir, everyone is interested and I'm getting some messages. I'm going to see the London Bridge.
You can go
Okay,
ahead.
let's walk on to the. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to walk on the London Bridge. Yeah, this is the London Bridge. Oops. Wait, I missed the route. Okay, let's see the London Bridge. Okay, okay, let's stand on the London Bridge. Okay, this is the London Bridge. You can just go inside. I don't know which way. I have some issues with my internet connectivity. You can visit all the places. Okay, let's look from far. Okay, okay, here is one church. Let's see the church. Wait, let it get loaded. So see, it's very clean. Let's enter into the street. Oops. Let's go. You know, Google is taking. Okay. In mobile, you could not see, right? Okay, let me show one thing, the school where I'm working. That images will not be that much good. The thing why I'm telling this one, that you can show it to your children, students, as well as you can share it. Share it to your teachers so that it will be students get see here. This is our school. You can see our school temporarily closed. This is the 360-degree photo of our school. See, let it get loaded. Actually, I have uploaded this one. So you can also contribute to Google. This is our school. Sorry, this is my school. See, this one I taken using my normal mobile. I think one of my friend gave his mobile so that I can zoom. See, it has to be renovated. This is the school. Just I taken the 360-degree photo. You can also take photo like this. That can be that I will teach you. Most if it is possible in straight, I can teach this type of photos how to take. It is very simple. In case of mobile, if you are having, you can please download the app Google Street View. Google Street View. Let me type here. Google Street View. Download this app. In that app, you can enter into any street. You can visit any country during this lockdown period. I hope you might have enjoyed this session. If yes, just ping me a message. Please share this Google Map facility to all the teachers. Please don't keep it in yourself. Please share it to all the teachers so that everyone can share during this lockdown period and we can roam around the world during this lockdown. Thank you. Thank you all. Hope you all might have enjoyed this session. Really, I'm so happy to share you this content. Oh, this is Yanam Tar, but oh, that's great. Yeah, maybe I will come there and take the 360 photo degree. Sorry, I will teach you how to take 360 and you upload it in the Google SAP. Sir Jaya Pesala, sir, you can take 3D photo, sorry, 360 photo, and you upload it in Google. You contribute it to Google, and Google is ready to accept, and they are willing contribution from the teachers. Thank you all, sir. That's it. இதே மாதிரி நம்ம பாண்டிச்சேரியில இருக்கிற பீச் கூட நீங்க பார்க்கலாம். அதுல 360 degree photos தான் இருக்கு. நீங்க பாண்டிச்சேரி பீச், those who want to visit the Puducherry beach also you can do, but they are having only 360. Sure, we will change this one. We are having around 400 to 500 teachers here. Let's make it different and let's create e-content like this, and we can help the Google so that they can share all the things. Oh, when I'm saying Google is getting hearing my voice. No, Google, not for you. And you can also enable, if you are telling, hey Google, my Google is operating in my mobile automatically and it is asking. Thank you all, sir. Jat sir, please conclude, sir. Okay, I think sir is busy with some other work. With e-content today, I am going to teach my primary schools. Thank you, miss. Please share the knowledge, share the content. So whenever we are sharing our knowledge, the one thing, yes, you can see every places, all the places you can see. The thing is, whenever we are sharing what we have learned, that we become a teacher. Whenever we are becoming a teacher, we automatically get trained in all the aspects. So what you have learned, please teach it to some other teachers who couldn't attend this workshop, so that you will be get trained automatically when you are teaching to someone. So I request all the teachers. This one we are having around 300 to 400 participants, I think so. Really, I don't know the exact count, but till now I am getting the maximum assignment of 110 only I am getting, but still we are having 2 groups. My humble request is just please submit all the assignments, and sir is also uploading all the content in the YouTube. If you submit all the assignments, then it will be easy for me to submit, to give you the generate the e-certificate for you, because I have been teaching for the past 8 days. So I will be happy if most of the participants are submitting the assignments. Please awaiting for your yes. Today too, we should practice. Yes, today assignment. Hope you all know. Create a content using drag and drop, and also today the same question. Someone is who is ready to do that. Okay, Jane Edward, ma'am, please do one thing. Please type the message in the group that please add one topic and write your name so that others can add the what type of content they can prepare using the tool. In group 1 and then in the e-content group 2, Sukumar sir, please, I think you can take over the group 2, sir. Just type the thing that tools, content which can content which can be taught using the tool. What is that tool? This tool, drag and drop. Type one item and then write your name so that the others can add their name and content with that. I thank you all. I thank the Directorate of School Education for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all, sir. Judge sir, I think in SSA they are having some work. They are scheduled with some other work. Okay, I conclude the session, but I think the streaming is going on. If you are having any other topics, yes. Thank you, ma'am. And then the group 2 also, please, Sukumar sir, please post that in the group also. In group 1, they have started their work. Please copy the content and paste. Don't submit individually. Yes, thank you. That's great. Parts of a computer and action words in adverbs. Please copy the content and paste, sir, so that we can generate, we can work on group during the May month, so that we can create very interesting e-content using this drag and drop. So that's what we are planning to create e-content, at least 500 e-contents during this quarantine period. And then if you are having any other doubts, still lots of tools in the Play Store and in the websites. Sure, we will explore all the things. I'm ready to share with you all. Let me call. Any other doubts? And also during the end of the workshop, we will be giving the feedback form in that, in what tools you need, in what type of, if you need for editing, if you need for audio, because still the camera is running. Just I am telling you, please, what type of content you need training, please mention that. And then if you want training for how to take photo, how to take video, and how to do editing, and how to record an audio, sure, I'm ready to. And also we are having different types of animation. Hope if time permits, we will look after that also. Without knowing any coding, without knowing any technical skill, we all can do that one. All the teachers can do that one. So I am to conclude the speech. Sir, I conclude. Okay. So please, while filling the feedback form, that is the conclusion part, that will be tomorrow. Please fill all the details so that I can submit to the Director of School Education, so that we can plan for further trainings. I thank you. I thank you all. I thank the Education Department for providing me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Simon, for your wonderful presentation. I think it was an interesting presentation today, and we are hoping for the last day to be concluded tomorrow. We had a very hectic schedule for past 10 days. We should thank Simon for his time. He has spared his time for this program. We thank you, Simon. And any other thing we have to, since tomorrow is going to be a concluding day, whether you are going to tell any concluding remarks or regarding assignment.
Yes.
If you want to You have intimated.
I intimated
You
them.
are intimated. And then we can also plan to provide e-certificate to all the teachers who have participated. And then now we are also tracking who are all attending the program. Live streaming program who are attending, we can able to track the participants also. So we hope for the best the coming days. I thank you, Simon, again for your
Yes.
valuable presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.